here to begin with. Arpita?
Hello, I am Arpita Dey. I have a PhD in nanotechnology from University of Twente. I am with CPH Nano, and my specialization is in the area of nanotechnology with biosensing, bioanalysis, and life science applications.
Yeah, Jesper?
Okay, so my name is Jesper Olsen. I'm a professor in medical biology at Roskilde University. So I'm originally trained as a molecular biology, so I'm interested in DNA, biomarkers, and detection of proteins and RNA and DNA.
Yeah. So we thought that today we would like to talk a little bit about the current situation with the coronavirus, and especially the testing that has been a lot of debate about and concerns about the last couple of weeks. And we thought it would be good to spread some light on the different challenges that we have when we're dealing with testing, both in regards to the specificity and to the sort of getting a better understanding of and also the capabilities that we have. So maybe Arpita, if you will start talking a little bit about what is sort of the current situation right now regarding corona testing.
Yeah, if we look at it currently, there is over 1.4 million corona cases, and it's just become from 11th of March, the WHO World Health Organization has declared it to be a global pandemic, and it's just increasing. So the current situation is that there is shortage of testing, there is shortage of healthcare professionals, and also there is this, it's a very infectious disease. So societal measures like closing down and shut down to prevent the spread of the disease, this is what is happening in the current situation, where that is how the containment measures are being taken with social isolation, and that is seem to work to slow the spread of this pandemic in many countries. Yeah.
Do you want to add something for that, Jesper, in your view?
No, that's I have the same view, and of course we are now in a situation where the disease is widely spread over the world. So, and it's we have a challenge now to fight the disease and detect who is sick, who has been sick, and who is immune.
Yeah. Maybe you would like to explain just a little bit about these different kind of tests that we are hearing about and using at the moment.
Yes, the first test that was started up was what is called a PCR test, where you measure the genomic content of the virus. So this coronavirus is an RNA virus, and all the first test developed, they all measured this RNA. So what you are actually measuring in the scrapings from the throat is the virus genetic material. So now other tests are appearing where you measure antibodies against proteins of the virus, and that is when a person is infected by the coronavirus and are becoming and the body is starting to fight the coronavirus, then the immune system will produce antibodies, and these can also be measured. But that is the antibodies develop later in the infection, and when you become well again, then you will have these antibodies that can fight the new coronaviruses if you are infected again.
Yeah.
So you get some kind of immunity against the virus.
Yeah, because I believe we are seeing right now that different tests for this is coming out, both they're using at the hospitals, but also some like home tests. I feel I've seen somewhere that they are a little concerned that they probably not all are just as, they may be false positive or false negative. So I guess we're waiting to get some good quality tests, right? What are the main issues that can be behind this?
Yes, exactly. So nobody knows how good these home tests are, so that's cannot be recommended at the moment, because you could get a negative result even though that you are infected. And you could also go the other way, that you actually get a positive answer that you are infected and you actually are not. So and it's also, it depends very much on the technology behind the test, how good they are. And for sure, for a hospital, they cannot live with this too much of these failures. Even though the tests they already have, they also give some wrong answers. But it's easy just to mix up some kind of kits that will give some kind of answer, but if there's no certainty that is correct at the present time.
So Peter, what is it that this kind of antibody test can tell us in the bigger picture about the spread of the disease?
So these antibody tests are, like Jesper explained, they are based on this principle that the reactive part of the virus proteins are used as the testing material, and then the already immune antibodies present in the human body due to this virus are being tested, that if you have it, if you already have the infection, this is what will be detected as part of the test. This kind of test will help us in this situation where we're following this freezing of the society, to measures like societal social distancing, complete closure of schools, offices, public transport. This is a huge toll on the economic system. So what would this kind of tests help to identify are people who have already got the disease? So then economy can gradually open, like in a regulated way, that if people have had this disease, they could start to come back to work. This makes it most important for especially health workers. There is shortage of health workers also in the hospital because they got sick in treating all the people that and the facilities are getting exhausted. So we will gradually make a balance between those who need to be home and those that can come, and all the normal functioning of the society could continue in a slow fashion. Yeah, it may not be open as you would normally do, but these well, for the first wave we were not prepared. It happened in a very unknown way. It was in China. Everybody thought it's in China, it's not in Europe, but in a very short time it's all over the world. So nobody was prepared for this, and therefore these drastic measures had to be in place, because that's what seemed to be working to slow this spread of the disease. But there are a lot of data missing, that how many people are actually infected, how many are immune and they have recovered. So reliable data registry for this kind of information is not there, and policymakers and decision makers have to make big decisions like this without this kind of scientific or data or analysis. So maybe we have to prepare for a second wave or a future, even another pathogen. We don't know. So like the World Health Organization is recommending testing to make a better management of facilities for all countries.
Yeah. So I guess what you're saying is that we're really dependent in developing some kind of highly specific and efficient and quick testing system that can be used at an, what can you say, ongoing. One thing is to test the whole population of different countries, but maybe keep on testing them, right?
Yes.
Also, if we get like a second wave that has mutated a little bit, or if we're talking about a whole other virus in a couple of years' time.
Yes.
Which also has been part of the debate. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.